In Austin, we have found that the average duct leakage is about 25%, but we often see duct leakage in the 50% plus range. So what are the benefits of sealing your ductwork? The most important is that it reduces the amount of heated and cooled air that you have paid to condition. It reduces the amount of leakage that goes outside of your house and doesn't come into your house. And just by doing that, you can have considerable savings to your energy bill by reducing the duct leakage in your system. But there are health benefits also in that when you seal a duct system, you tend to pull in less dust from the attic and less allergens if they are in the air, and distribute them around the house. So a tight duct system can also be a health benefit. So the principle of a duct leakage test is we're going to take a wide band of Scotch tape and we're going to tape over all of the supply registers in the house and therefore seal the duct system. So that's a fairly straightforward process. We put the tape up, we make sure that it's sealed well to the register, and we do that for every register in the house. Okay, next we go to the return air grill in the home where the return air is being sucked in by the air handling unit from all of the rest of the house. And we apply, made a little template here with my plastic transition piece, and we're going to apply it over the return air grill and make sure that it is sealed very well for this test. After we get the transition piece hooked up to the return air grill, we're going to take our duct blaster and we're going to connect the flexible hose to the transition piece and make sure that it is sealed very tightly to the transition piece. This will give us a good seal. And this is the fan that we're going to use, and we're going to use this fan to slightly depressurize the whole duct system. So if you will, picture now, we've sealed off all the supply air registers, we've sealed off the return air register, and now we've put a fan in it. And we're going to now depressurize the system with about the same extent as we pressurize the ductwork when we blow air out during the air conditioning and heating process. We're just going to reverse that now, and we're going to suck air out. Theoretically, if the system was perfectly sealed, we wouldn't be able to suck any air out of the system. But we know that's not going to happen. We're going to have some air leaks in the system. So this fan is very accurate. We can run it and we can suck out air. We can measure exactly how much air we're sucking out, and then we can make a calculation to determine what percent leakage that represents of the total air that your air handling and air conditioning system is heating and cooling. Okay, the next step is we're going to take a rubber tube with a little metal tip on it, and this is going to be our pressure tap into the duct system. We're going to insert it up into one of the registers near the air handler, and we're going to secure it up, and this is going to give us the pressure reading of the pressure inside the ductwork, which is needed for us to do the duct leakage test. Okay, so now we're going to take all of the pressure tubing that's going to be needed for measuring the duct leakage test, and we're going to hook it up to our manometer. A manometer is a pressure gauge, and it's very sensitive and very accurate, and this is what's going to allow us to measure the flow of air through our duct blaster. So we've got it hooked up now. We're going to turn it on, and we want to now bring the pressure to minus 25 pascals of pressure. Again, that's about the same amount of pressure as your air handling system uses to blow air out of the system. So now I'm going to turn off the fan. I've put it on hold, so you can see we got minus 25.3 pascals of pressure. That's plenty close enough for what we're doing. We show that we have 341 CFM of total leakage. So just to let you know, 340 CFM divided by 1400 CFM, which is the total CFM delivered by a 3.5 ton air conditioning system, that equals 24.4% duct leakage. And that's pretty much the average of what we see in Austin, Texas as far as duct leakage goes. And we need to bring that below 10% so that we're not air conditioning the local county and paying to do that. It's a good money saving, best money saving thing you can do.